Why They Play the Game, a show created to discuss the NBA on and off the court. I'm just one of your co-hosts, Michael Eric Owens.
And I'm Ken Hayes.
Oh, my brother, we jumped on here right quick. We have to do and talk a little Milwaukee Bucks basketball, folks. But while we doing it, always hit that like and that subscribe and that notification button. Ken, free agency, man. We know the Bucks didn't have a lot of money to work with. You know what I'm saying,
No.
Ken? Like when you had to go to Dollar General. Okay, I might not be able to go to Jewel. Some folks don't know about Jewel.
Jewel, right?
I can't go to Jewel. I gotta go to Dollar General. They went up in Dollar General, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I didn't know you could get Taurean Prince, Delon Wright, and bruh, come on. Who did they get, Ken?
Gary Trent Jr.
Trent Jr. Ken, talk to me about well, first of all, Ken, what was your thoughts when you saw all of this kind of come together?
Mike, I was talking to somebody about this on Sunday. Gary Trent Jr. wanted $15 million from Portland. He really wanted 25, somewhere between 15 and 25.
Yes, sir.
So Portland was like, man, that's a little pricey. They was like, nah, we can't do that because they went another direction by trying to invest in, let's just say, younger players, up and coming players. I put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, no, for us not to, if he doesn't resign with us because they were negotiating back and forth. So they traded him to Toronto.
Yes, sir.
So Toronto was like, nah, we can't do that either. So the thing about it, they signed to what? I think it's like 3.1, 3.5 million for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that all day, Mike. This brother should be getting, I would say, between 15 and 18 a year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this is my thought process on this. Gary Trent Jr. is going to be on a hot spot. When I say he's going to be looking to do whatever he can to get that max deal. So if that's from the Bucks or other teams, but that's his purpose. Prince from LA, I just think for him, when he was in LA, he was the forgotten man.
Mm-hmm.
Prince is a solid player, can get up and down the court.
Yeah.
That corner three that's magic for him. And I think that was a Darvin Ham, let's just say, thing.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing him over to Milwaukee. I thought it was a good pickup.
Yeah.
Delon Wright, Mike, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's one of the best pickups they could have had this year. I mean, I know Gary Trent Jr. is going to be the man, but Delon Wright, that brother can play some D, can run the team. And think about solid player, so they don't have to worry about let's just say a backup point guard. The only thing that they missing is somebody to back up Brook Lopez.
Yeah, and I think the ideal is probably you're probably going to pay Giannis some more at the 5, and then you probably will because with certain lineups he'll work well at the 5. If you go small. I mean, if you go small ball, that's a dangerous lineup with Giannis at the 5. I mean, you got oh man, you got your 5 running the break. That's a dangerous lineup. If you have supporting cast, you have defense, right, that can support that. So no, I don't think. It would be nice to see them get somebody that could come in there and bang a little bit. That still might happen because we're going to talk about Marjan here in a moment. That still might happen. But I think Bobby can play some 5. He can back Brook up. And I don't think it's so much. I don't see it as a game changer for them if they didn't have someone to back up Brook, because I just think you can switch the lineups around, and with so many teams playing small ball now, I mean, the only thing you might get in trouble is you don't have, you don't necessarily have that dude that can give you 6 fouls. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
come in and just,
Right.
get a bunch
Right.
of fouls and on Embiid and Giannis still in the game, right?
Right.
But man, when I heard Delon Wright, first of all, I was like, dude. See, this is what the Bucks did. The Bucks went out and got diamonds. Okay, like you can go out and get a Paul George, big package, big media, big, just a kind of a gigantic, as we want to say, seismic shift in your organization. The Damian Lillard trade, seismic shift. However, what they went out and said, we need to plug this team. What do we need? Okay. First of all, we need defense. You got that with Trent Jr. You got that with Delon Wright. You got that with Taurean Prince. You got D. No matter if you say, are they elite? Doesn't matter. They're going to be better than Malik Beasley. They're going to be better than Jay Crowder. Your defense has already improved, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about what we've talked about this for years. That's why we were so excited when Dame came, because finally another player that can beat you off the dribble, that can confuse defenses, that can draw attention. Bruh, leave Gary Trent Jr. alone. See what happens.
Right, exactly.
He gonna get 30 on you. It's simple. It's simple as that. Leave Delon Wright open. He gonna hit 3-4 threes. You gonna have to cover these guys, man. And when you look at Taurean Prince, close out on him and see what happens. He going to the hole on you. These are not passive guys. That's the point I'm trying to make, Ken. What you have brought along with Giannis, think about it. People criticize Gary Trent Jr. for this. Well, man, last year in Toronto, he kind of fell off, this, that, and the other thing. Ken, what he playing for in Toronto?
Nothing. Nada.
So you want me to go out there and expend all my energy and break my neck and do all of this? Number one, my games are not even on TV. Okay, nobody's even seeing me here. And number two, and I'm not disrespecting Toronto. It's just a fact. How many times do we get a chance to watch Toronto, right? And so what I'm saying is nobody even, you got rid of Anunoby, you got rid of Siakam. So you got rid of Van Fleet. So why am I breaking see, this is what people don't understand. Like, yes, the motivation was down. But did you hear what he was quoted saying? It's a perfect opportunity. As you said, he cannot wait to get out there and show people just how valuable he can be. And Ken, I don't know, man. I was looking at this team and I was like, okay, is this the best team that Giannis has had? Yes. Ken, come on. He's got Chris Middleton. Well, first of all, he's got Dame. He's got another 75. Top 75 player. He's got Chris Middleton. When Chris is healthy, he's an all-star. He's got Brook Lopez. He's got Terry Trent Jr. He's got Taurean Prince. I mean, when you look Bobby Portis, when you look around Giannis, this is the best collection of role players, I think, that can support what he needs to happen, because Giannis is a guy that's going to draw the defense to him, and you're going to have wide open threes. And you just don't have Malik, right?
Right.
You got several dudes that's going to burn you.
So the thing about it, Mike, is that either Giannis either needs to put up or shut up, because he asked for everything. He got his money. He got Dame. Now you got, let's just say, better defensive players on the wing. So he's gotten everything that he's asked for. So now the time is now. This is pivotal for Giannis. The other thing that I'm going to say, Mike, in which we had this conversation on Sunday, is that do they have enough to beat Boston in the seven game? You think so?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. Because again, I'm gonna say this. Dame, Giannis, and Middleton are better three than Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Porzingis. Okay. And when you look at the supporting cast, is Hauser better than Delon Wright?
No, come
Come
on.
on, man. Okay, like is little man better than Gary Trent? I mean, you might say Derek White, Gary Trent Jr. That might be a neutralizing thing, but still
Okay.
White is not, I'm a Derek White fan, man.
I
But
know,
but
right.
but Derek White is more of I'm gonna kill you with that. I'm not gonna really necessarily take you off the dribble,
Right.
but when you need that big shot,
I'm gonna hit it.
yeah. I'm gonna bust you in your eye. So what but I just think team wise, yes, Milwaukee is a much better team. And when I look at these guys that Milwaukee and John Hoyce has brought on, man, these are guys that I don't think they have egos, Ken. I don't think these guys are like, man, look, because Delon has been to multiple teams. So
Yeah.
he understands how Taurean's the same way. Gary Trent, he's already played with Damian. They got a great relationship.
This is right.
So he's coming in like, man, hey, look, bro, how can I make this thing work? Because I'm trying to get paid. Winning means I get paid. I put a ring on, I'm getting paid, right? So I just think it's as you said, Ken, this is it. Giannis, my nickname, Yon Dog. This is it. This is it. You got what you need, baby. Stay healthy. And I'm looking forward, man, I'm just not looking forward to the playoffs, man. I'm looking forward to a really exciting year for the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, we're coming off of 2 years where, man, it was super disappointing.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Giannis
what I mean?
hurt. Giannis hurt.
Hey, Giannis took us to the mountaintop, man, and he didn't even let us walk down to the valley. He kicked us down. We rolled down to the valley, kid. Like, what's up, bro? Give us a little hilltop or something, man. No, This is the year that I think the Bucks, and I'm gonna predict this. Okay, you're gonna see early on in the season just how many people jump on the Bucks bandwagon. Ken, early on, you're going to see it because I believe the Bucks, they're not going to come out playing with you. No, they're not going to come out because they got too much to prove. Dame got to prove. And one thing, Ken, and as we close here, I want to talk about MarJon, but one thing we forget in this conversation, Dame has never played for a championship.
Nope.
Dame, we talk about Gary Trent. Don't you, what? Dame wants a championship, right? He wants to be in that conversation among the best point guards to ever play the game, and you can't get there without that ring. Okay?
Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right.
So he on a mission. And now he didn't get, he has some, just like anybody in life, you have some challenges. He had to deal with those. It seems like he's dealt with those. Now he's got a summer to work out, get into shape, come into training camp. Listen, folks, I'm telling you, the only thing that really concerns me is, hearing that Chris Middleton had, double ankle surgery. And I'm like, man,
breaking down.
I hope this is the solution. He comes back healthy, man, because I want to see Chris play. I want to see this dude have a healthy year, man, because, man, when Chris is playing good, man, the Bucks are just, man, they're almost unstoppable. MarJon Beauchamp.
Oh, Mike.
The summer league
we were good. We were going good. Now.
Ken, the summer league was extremely disappointing for the Bucks. You had some highlights with AJ Johnson, Tyler Smith. I thought also what's the brother's name that from Duke, Livingston, Chris Livingston. I thought Livingston was one of the highlights of the summer league. He played very consistent throughout the summer league. He was less up and down. MarJon did have the one game where he had 22 points and I think 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He played well. But Ken, is MarJon days in the, as I say, people say Cream City. I say Brew City because, when we grew up, it was the brew capital of the world. So do you think his days are numbered with the Milwaukee Bucks?
I think so, Mike. The only way that they will, let's just say, give him a new contract is that he has to play more consistent and his jump shot has to be. But I mean, you got to get him up into, I'm gonna say, between 38 and 42%.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like on one day, off the next day, and for to me, I thought it was bad to have him in the summer league. I thought he should be, let's just say, training somewhere with someone that could improve his jump shot. That's just my take on it. I just think that he's a raw talent that needs to be, let's just say, channeled in a good direction. And what I mean by that is just that he just has to keep working on his game. And I thought that the injuries set him back, which it sets any player back. But his confidence, man, Beauchamp is a bad boy. Don't get me young. He got length. He can get up. And I mean, one game he can go, let's just say, 12 for 14. The next game he could be like 2 for 12. Can't can't do that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, year 3, it's I was expecting year 2 to be a breakout year for him, to be more engaged, to play more than Pat, and that just didn't happen. And then, he had the back problems,
Right.
and Doc, said he couldn't even he couldn't even practice, and so that's why he wasn't getting on the floor. I and again, it's you're almost guessing, right? Because you watch these players play, and you try to analyze, like, what's up, man? Like, because I know you got all this talent, like you said, Ken. I know you got this ability. I've seen you go to work. I've seen you play, good basketball. And where is it? And in the
Right.
times where you need to be a leader, like in summer league, Ken, contrary to your thoughts, I thought that way, but then I was kind of like, yeah, okay, let me see just how much he has excelled above the summer league players. That's what I wanted to see.
But
Like you see, Paulo, when he came in, he only played a couple games because he dominated.
right.
Wemby only played a couple games because he dominated. So that's what I want to see. I want to see MarJon come in, dominate 2 games, bro. You on that? You on a whole nother level. So just sit out. That did not happen. And I
But
think AJ Johnson showed more poise, in my opinion, and more confidence, in my opinion. Even though he did not shoot the ball well in some games, he still seemed like he was just out there balling. Like he was just, let's just go. Okay. He didn't
right.
seem like he was, hesitant, or his decision making. He didn't seem, and he had, and in the first couple games, he had quite a few turnovers, but I saw
Yeah.
him starting to adjust to that. But he still wasn't like killing himself. MarJon makes a mistake and he kills himself, man. It's like it, and from my perspective, it seems like he doesn't want to make mistakes. He feels like he's under too much pressure, and therefore he does not seem relaxed out there on the court and performing and flowing in a way that I think a 3-year player of his first round draft pick caliber should be playing basketball.
Mike, Beauchamp had a better summer league last year than he did this year.
That is correct.
So I mean, I want to see him get more minutes, get more playing time, But he going, whew, man, with the additions that the Bucks and free agency, that's on the team now, he gonna have a struggle getting minutes. And Doc don't like playing, let's just say, young players. So it's gonna be tough for him. I mean, I just want him. I want the brother to succeed because I just like him as a person, and I don't know him, but just his demeanor. And man, Mike, he got so much talent that it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, he does. I mean, but you know, you have to produce. I mean, this is
Right.
sports is about, competition and producing, and Doc's going to put the hardest. Why does Andre Jackson play? MarJon has more talent than him. Why does Andre get more time? Because he works his butt off on the
Right.
court.
Right.
MarJon does not have that work ethic. And unless he wants to match that, because he has moved down the depth chart, think about it. He's going to have to play now behind Pat. He's not going to play ahead of Pat Connaughton. And Pat's not going to play ahead of who? He's not gonna run the point. He's not gonna play ahead of Delon Wright. Pat's not gonna play ahead of Gary Trent Jr. So Pat has moved down the depth chart. So if he's moved down the depth chart, that means AJ has moved down the depth chart. Okay. And what we saw from Chris Livingston looked like he's saying, I want some minutes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He out there getting a double-double. He hustling. He diving for loose balls. His three is going in. So what I'm saying is he has fell down the depth charts, right? Man, all you got is training camp. That's it.
Yeah. Right.
If you don't go into training camp and put some folks in the blender and show folks like, no. I know the summer league. Yeah, I might have had a cold. I actually had COVID. I didn't tell anybody. So anyway, I'm here and I'm killing folks. Unless you do that, Ken, you might be gone. That's where your big man might come back. Him and Pat gone. That's that. Because to be honest, you have to ask yourself this question. And this is not only for Beauchamp, but for, his future moving forward in the organization that he needs to be in. Does the Bucks really need him at this point?
That's a good question, Mike. Let
me ask you another question, Ken. But while you're answering that, what does he come off the bench and give them that they need that they don't get from anybody else?
I would say, Mike, fresh legs. When I say that, is that he's young. He's young.
Ken, you sound like we talking about Bronny James. Now, we look for anything good, bro.
Yeah,
nice bounce pass.
No, when I say fresh.
Okay. Let me just say this about Bronny because I want people to be upset. No. He's been playing well as of late. Let's give him some respect. He's been playing well at the end of the summer league, so I'm gonna give him much love for that. But go ahead, Ken.
When I say fresh legs, Mike, is that for the most part, we all know the Bucks were, I'm gonna say, one of the oldest teams in the league. And the thing about it is that you'll look at maybe Beauchamp as a player that can get up and down the court, that can give you just a little bit more than what the veterans can give you as far as athletic wise, or maybe let's just say hustle. Because earlier you talked about he really doesn't, let's just say he doesn't get grimy. I'll put it that way. So the thing about it is that, this could be, to me, Beauchamp could be, I won't say the next superstar, but a next star for the Bucks. Because he has the talent, Mike. There's no doubt about that. But the thing about it is that if you're not, let's just say, progressing, yeah, you're gonna be in the trade rumors. And the thing about it right now, this is looking that way. So
I just don't know where the time comes in. I just don't know where I look down the bench and I go, I need fresh legs, but I see Andre Jackson, I see Chris Livingston, guys that are out there really hustling and diving. I see Pat. I just don't see, unless he can come in my opinion, show himself to be some sort of offensive guy that can help carry. Maybe you can give Dame more rest. Maybe you can let's look at it like this. Maybe you can give Chris more rest because MarJon can come in and add. He can give you 10 a game. You see what I'm saying? He's going to have to find that because everybody else can give you all that other stuff. He's got to be able to come in the bench. The Bucks were one of the worst scoring benches last year, which was crazy, right? Mainly because a lot of the injuries, but we just Pat didn't have a good year. Crowder was out. You know what I'm saying? Bobby played fantastic, but you didn't have that. So if he could be that dude, right, that could come off the bench and give you instant offense, now you're doing something. Now you're looking like Powell or somebody like that.
I think Beauchamp could give you between 15 and 23 minutes per night. He may not give you the scoring that you may need, but
he got to sit down, Dan. He got to sit down, bro. Because 20-some minutes, you know who not getting minutes then? My best hustling guys. If he not giving me points, if he give me 20-some minutes, he need to give me 10, 12, points. He need to give me a few rebounds. He need to give me something with those 20-some minutes, because otherwise he doesn't play as hard as Andrew Jackson. He doesn't play as hard as Chris Livingston. He's not. So for me, I don't think the Bucks, yes, do they, okay, let's say this, Ken. If he was a defensive guy, I would say, okay, yes, come off that bench. That's like a Patrick Beverly. Come off that bench. You're going to work hard. You're going to this, that, and the other. But that's not Beauchamp. Because mainly his minus, when you see him play, his plus minus is terrible, because he's normally giving up points. He's not scoring. So to me, Ken, I think he's got to be that dude that can come off and that can give you some offense, man.
Yeah, it's to me, Mike, I'm gonna say this, and the last thing on him is that it's all about his confidence.
Yeah.
That's going to be the thing, and if Doc doesn't, or not even Doc, I won't put that on Doc. If assistant coach, if they don't, let's just say, work with him to make sure that they show confidence in him, he won't be with Milwaukee for long.
Yeah, sad, Ken, I need you to go down to the Pfizer Forum. Go ahead and get Beauchamp, man. Take him to Speed Queen. And you can't go in. You got to go, through the drive-through. So just sit in the car, work on his confidence, let him have some cue, sit him back there, and let him go to work. Because, man, I agree with you, man. He just seems like he needs he needs somebody in his corner that really is going to, just encouraging, beef him up, man. And like you say, he's got all the talent in the world, man. I want to see him be successful. I don't want to see him leave Milwaukee. I really don't. I think he's found a home in Milwaukee from all the great work I hear that he's doing down there, man. So I would hate to see that happen. But, bruh, we are in the results game. And if you're not producing, you can't be a Ben Simmons now. You ain't got no guaranteed contract. You understand what I'm saying? All right, folks. Well, listen. We want your thoughts on these free agency additions. We definitely want your thoughts on MarJon and to see where you think whether he will stay, whether he will go. If he stays, what role he might have. Please tell us. And as always, the world of sports unites us. Let us, therefore, take this unity in our everyday life. This is why they play the game.